Morning Guitar. Today we are looking at page 29, eighth notes. So, review: an eighth note or an eighth rest receives 1/2 the time value of a quarter note. So if we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, an eighth note is double this speed, right? So if I was counting this exercise right here, it would sound like this: 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, and what I did was I whispered on the sh where the rest is to signify silence, right? Because we know on guitar we actually have to stop the sound. So resting is an actual action in guitar, not just doing nothing, right? Here's what this would sound like clapping. Here it is: 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this on an open string so we can hear and see where those rests happen, because I'll actually have to stop the sound. So here's what it sounds like: 3, 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. So you notice how I stopped the sound on the exercise? Okay, I'll do that again so you can watch how you have to stop the sound before going forward. 4, 1 and 2. And here we go. And 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1, rest, 2 and 3, rest, and. All right, so we have the subdivision of the beat. Okay, so it says musical notation for the guitar is not always written as it sounds. It is done for convenience in reading and writing. So Prelude number 7 introduces an example of this type of notation. Each quarter note in the melody or treble part has a stem that is also pointed downward to take the place of an eighth note in the accompaniment or bass part. In playing the bass notes, you, the student, may observe that each eighth note will actually sound for the duration of a quarter note. Okay, so what's happening here is we're going to let all of these notes ring regardless of the notation that is written. Right, so the stems going up represent our melody notes to be played with I and M, and the stems going down are represented by the bass, but only the ones that are on the and right here. It'll look like something like this. Right, and so the idea there is, even though these are written out as eighth notes this way, gonna ring out the whole time. Okay, so one thing you should do with this is break it apart. Play just the upper notes. Ignore the bottom part just to hear what that melody is. For example. So that's the melody. And then in between the clicks, and that's where we're going to play that note D with the thumb, right? So it will sound like this. 4, and okay. So now I'm going to put the whole thing together. This is the part where you'll come back to this video, come back, rewind, play along. Here's what the whole thing sounds like when it's put together, watching both hands. 1, 2, here it goes. And of course, remembering that I and M is still playing rest stroke, P is still playing free stroke, doing all the bridging where we can, not forgetting any of those techniques, just introducing this new concept to it. Okay, so make sure you rewind the video, watch it 100 times, look at both camera angles, try and match up your sound with it. 60 is a slow tempo until you start doing it as eighth notes, right? Because then it's really, it's double the speed. So this is going to take some work, of course, right?